Hey guys, I'm Dave. I'm the executive director here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. And this is...
I'm Chaplain Chaz Blackburn, and I'm on the board of directors and have the honor of being part of the team here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. And we have an amazing guest today, someone who really gives a lot back to the community.
Would you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, my name is Mark Teachout, and I am the chairman of Compassion Dental here in Sparks.
You know, I know your last name, and something you don't know about Mark, which I'm going to just throw him under the bus now. He actually does volunteer here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. And he just, I was presenting at a church, and he came up to me and said, Dave, I'm interested. And I'm like, oh, you are. And then he came, and on his day that he came for the his first day, I was like, who is this guy? Wait, whoa, oh, that's who he is. And then I couldn't pronounce your last name. That was pretty bad. Teach out.
Teach out. Yep, that's it.
That's cool. Well, thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. For those of you watching or listening, you can always watch on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Spotify, and you can listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. So we're all over the place, and we love being able to share with the community what's happening in the Reno-Sparks area, and then also highlight some sort of community resource, whether that is we've highlighted some awesome resources.
Yes, we have.
It's been a lot of fun so far, right?
It's been an adventure, that's for sure.
Yeah, we talked about, it was last episode, we talked about Anthem, and they're actually here tabling today, and then...
I saw that. I love that.
And then we're also featuring all sorts of different people. And that's what it's all about and this was the idea when Chaz and I were talking about starting this, was we want to bring the community together as much as possible, right? It's about how can we as a community come together, be stronger together, and not just say like, this is my corner, you stay out of my corner, right? How can we as a community work together and be stronger? Because we can be stronger if we're better. I think we are better together.
Well, we're stronger united, as we always say, and it's really important in the climate of where we are, in our society. There's so much division, and we have to be able to pool our resources. And when we're together and showing people that we care, it makes a big difference.
Your beard looks extra good today, Chaz.
Yes.
Just let you know.
Shout out to Big Jim Hunter, Big Strong Jim Hunter, my brother.
Big Hunter. Yeah,
I call him Poppy.
When he knows
to do a Jim Hunter beard. See,
dude. Jim and I were meeting. He knows Jim.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Jim used to be on our board.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. No, just kidding. Love you, Jim.
Oh, no.
Jim's a great guy. I have a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, no, Jim's awesome. But and we want to have him on the show at some point.
Absolutely.
Too. So, what this show is about is really just bringing the community together. That's what it is all about. So, thank you guys for listening and watching every week. We really appreciate it, and we're blown away with all the things we've heard back and forth. More followers happening on Facebook, and more people following us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts every week. So we're getting people to listen, and you're listening, and you're sharing, and that's what it's all about. We need your help. We need to get the good stuff in our community out there. There's over, 500,000 people in the metropolitan area.
660,000 in the surrounding areas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people here. So please share. And if you have a friend, you just have someone that you want to tell about the good things happening in the community, share with them. What are you laughing at me for? You're always laughing at me.
No, it's so true. I was going to say breaking. You were going to look at the screen, but we have a special announcement. So it was a really exciting thing that we were able to do. An episode at the National Automobile Museum with the President Phil.
Yeah, that was fun.
That bonus episode is going to be shared tomorrow. So tune in. It was really great. We had Anna there and Dave, myself, and Phil, and it was just a good time.
It was a blast.
Full of conversation and silly stories and what our first cars were.
Yeah, no, it was good. What was your first car, Mark?
A 1962 Comet.
Whoa.
Two-door.
Nice.
with a race engine of a straight 6.
Ooh. Oh,
man,
boy.
I'm telling you.
You're saying words and I don't know any of them. I like cars, Mark, and I want to be a car guy, but I'm not. So, too much work. Do you know any of those words?
A little bit. Maybe a little more than you, but not much.
I loved being at the Automobile Museum, though. It was so much fun. And we're speaking of the Automobile Museum. Let's talk about our first upcoming event. We're actually going to be at the Automobile Museum this Saturday between 10 and 3, and we're going to be there in person accepting donations. If you donate a coat or a blanket that day, you get half off tickets to the Automobile Museum.
Which, if you haven't been, you have to take the family.
Oh, it's
It's
amazing.
really a neat experience.
Being able to just take pictures, hang out. They have some cool photo ops. They were showing us some Disney stuff and some other things they're doing. And
Your favorite, the Barbie car?
the Barbie car.
Yeah.
I really wanted you to get in the box, but you didn't.
I got really excited about the Jurassic Park Jeep. I mean, when I was
You're
a
a
kid.
Jurassic Park fan?
Oh,
I didn't know
man,
that.
Of course.
Nika loves Jurassic
Oh,
Park.
I love it. Just like you tried to trick me about Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
With your shirt. In this national forest or national park, dude, that's Tatooine. That's a
trying
planet
to-
in Star Wars, brother.
Trying to trick you. Have you heard of Tatooine National Park?
Yeah. No.
No.
Trying to get the chaplain to lie. It's messed up.
Oh, you were a little perturbed afterwards. You're like, dude, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? I'm like, I wasn't trying to get you to lie. I'm just screwing with you, man.
Yeah. Well, anyways, guys, so bring a blanket or a jacket for our jacket drive. We're going to have hot dogs and
Yeah.
sodas.
Giveaway. It's free. We're giving away free.
Yeah, and it's going to be on the patio. It's beautiful. It's right by the river.
Brand new open patio. It's a beautiful spot. And Phil, the executive director there, does an excellent job cleaning up that area. It looks really nice. And I know the board there has worked really hard to make all that happen, for sure.
Yeah. I know Larry is really proud to be a volunteer there.
Yeah.
Our board member, Larry. Love
Yeah.
you, Larry.
Larry, shout out to Larry. He's been organizing most of this.
He's actually been listening to our podcast.
I know. He said he likes our voices. I was
Which
like, really?
cracks me up because he's not on social media much.
I know.
But I also think he's just scared we're going to make a fool of ourselves at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
Not yet. Not yet.
So,
So that's our first event. Please come on out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're really excited to host this event, make it happen. But we're going to actually talk about 4 events today. We talked about only doing 3, but I do want to add this on our events. I said we were going to do it at the end, but let's do it a little bit earlier because I just want to add this in there. Compassion Dental is having a golf tournament this Friday, right?
Yes. This Friday, the 13th,
Yeah.
is going to be at Lake Ridge Golf Course here in Reno.
picked a good date.
Yes. And we got.
That's what I said.
I already had feedback from one of the guys I asked to be on the team. He said, "That's Friday the 13th. You think that's a good idea?" I said, "Of course it is.
We have nothing to fear, huh?
There's nothing wrong
That's right.
with golf on any day at any time."
October, Friday the 13th.
Yes, it is a major fundraiser for
Awesome.
Compassion Dental.
Very cool.
And you can go to compassiondental.org.
Yeah.
And under the news and events on that drop down, it will tell all about the golf tournament, and
Yep.
you can sign up right there. You can either sponsor or you can sign up a team.
So you
and
guys,
bring them on out.
you're still accepting signups then?
Yes, we are.
Up
And
until when?
up until probably Thursday night.
Okay. Great.
Even if you don't have a team,
Okay.
you can come in as an individual
So it's scramble.
and play. It's a scramble.
Good.
And we will put you on a team.
Great.
Awesome.
So you don't have to worry about, I don't know 3 other people that I can play. No, don't worry about it. Just come.
Got it.
And we can do that. We'll have lots of raffle prizes. And we're going to have a lunch there. And we're going to have breakfast also.
Awesome.
We'll have breakfast burritos.
Beautiful.
And so it'll be just a great time.
Lake Ridge is beautiful. That's a great golf course.
It's a
Oh
great
my
golf
goodness.
course to do it. This is the second year we've had it at Lake Ridge, and we had a huge success a year ago, and we're looking forward to that again this year.
We're going to talk about it later, but man, there is no other organization doing what you guys are doing in Northern Nevada. And it's so important, you guys, that as you learn more about what they do, I really want to encourage you to support this golf tournament,
Yeah.
this fundraiser, because they need support, just like Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet did. That we really need to come behind this, because if they aren't here anymore, a lot of people are going to be hurting, and there's going to be no resources for what they do. So I'm looking forward to you. I guess you're going to have a table, right?
Yeah,
We're gonna have a
so
table?
we're gonna Good Shepherd. We're gonna have a table there. I'll be at one of the holes, and I'll set up a table, chair, and a tent, and we're gonna have some fun.
Awesome.
Share some resource information about Good Shepherd and what we do. So
So you just stand there, or you
I guess
actually
I'm just
put
gonna
the ball
stand
in?
there. What? Shh, I'm not gonna do that. Everyone just gets a hole in one on my hole. That's all.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm the witness. Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
You're the executive director. And you're
Uh-oh. So, yeah, I'm really excited for the event. Thank you for having us there. We really appreciate it.
Oh, you're certainly welcome.
We're really excited. So, so definitely make it out to that if you can. If you're listening to this and you love golf and you want to support a good cause, this is definitely an admirable cause to support. And I'm just thrilled with what you guys are doing. We'll talk more about what you guys are doing in a little bit, but did you have something to add?
Yeah, even if you hate golf, you can still contribute. It's okay. You don't even have to play. You don't have to show up. Just contribute online. They're
Yeah, absolutely.
at compassiondental.org. Under the news and events, drop it down and check it out. And you can use your credit card right there online.
Awesome. My wife and I, we were in a scramble, and we brought her dad and her dad's brother. My wife is okay at golf. I am terrible at golf.
Me too. Oh.
But my father-in-law and his brother are excellent. Like excellent. They're always golfing, and they are very good. He almost I mean I probably shouldn't share that here. Never mind. He's very good, and he could have been pro. Let me just say that.
Wow.
So they came, and it was a scramble, so it was best ball, right? And we won the tournament.
Wow.
And I'm terrible, and everyone's like, "How did you win, Dave?
Are they going?
How did you win?"
Are they going this tournament? Can I
I
just
don't
join their
think
team?
so. Right.
Yeah.
There we go. I know it's not fair. And
I stopped playing with my good friends because they are so good, and I would just lag behind, and I'd be hitting into the trees, and it was just so
I
embarrassing.
saw you post on social media. Did you go golfing recently?
No, absolutely not.
oh,
it must
you
have been a
didn't.
memory.
It must have been a memory.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was still
Gotcha.
laughing at myself.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm bad. I enjoy it, and if we're both bad, we should go golfing.
We should. I would
Mark's
go golfing
too
with
good.
you.
Mark's not invited.
Yeah.
I know how much you golf.
You don't have to be good. If you're just decent, you're way better than both of us.
That's right. So that being said, let's move on to our next event. The 2023 Walk to End Alzheimer's, Reno Sparks, is also on October 14th. So go to the Alzheimer's Walk, then come down to Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet and donate a shirt, maybe from the Alzheimer's Walk that you don't want.
Absolutely.
I'm joking. You didn't catch that.
No, I'm just talking
joking.
about the amazing cause to end
It
a
is
horrible
amazing.
disease.
It is amazing cause. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, the Alzheimer's Association does amazing things.
Yeah.
So any form of dementia, it doesn't have to be Alzheimer's, but they give $1,000 grants for respite to many, many caregivers in the community. We utilize them all the time for some of our hospice patients that need a
great.
little more help. But come on down, join a team. It's a great fundraiser. The walk starts at 10 a.m.
Okay.
And you can just join us and stand for a good cause. I'm on the committee, and so I'll be in a really bright turquoise shirt. You can come say hi, but definitely a great cause. I just encourage everybody to consider that, it's like losing someone twice. They grieve the person as they lose, their faculties, and then they eventually die. So we can do better.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
both my father-in-law and mother-in-law My father-in-law had Alzheimer's, and my mother-in-law had dementia, and they both died from that.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's tough.
I've seen it happen, and it's terrible
Yeah.
to
It
watch.
is. It is. But there's hope. They're making advancements, and they're at least can get some great support. A little unknown fact is that you can call the 800 number. Go to Alzheimer'sAssociation.com or .org, excuse me, and you can call that 1-800 number. And anybody who answers the phone has been a caregiver for someone with Alzheimer's,
Oh, wow.
so they understand. They'll talk to you. They'll look at
Okay.
resources nationally at your local area and be able to provide those.
That's great. Wow.
So let's kick it up with a little fiesta.
Yeah. So we got a fun event coming up. It is the I'm gonna butcher
Day
this.
of the Dead, so Dia de los Muertos celebration at the Joe Crowley Student Union Building.
Yeah.
I
That'll
think,
be
or
fun.
it's outside. It's probably a little bit of both, but it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. At the Latino Research Center is hosting it. It's free, and it'll be on October 30th, that Sunday. I know that Circle of Life Hospice is going to have a table.
Very
a lot
cool.
of great resources. One thing we really targeted this year as a whole with some of our different coalitions is to really just have great outreach to our Hispanic community
It's wonderful.
and really networking. Because like you were saying, we're stronger, united, better together, and we really have to just come together. There's so many differences, and there's so many neat things about other cultures.
Yeah.
And I will just give a shout out, this whole thing with Israel. I just want to encourage everybody to be united, and regardless of differences, what's going on over there, as Americans, we need to come together and support each other, be civil. We can have differences and talk it out, but we need to really just be united and not let this cause division here back home.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, being united really matters for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure why there is division. I don't want to get into it, but I don't think there should be. But anyways, let's move along. I think that's a great event. So thank you for adding that. Chaz added it last minute. You don't even know where it is.
I just said it. Did
Inside
I get it
or
wrong?
outside? It
Oh,
says
I
the
gotcha.
ballrooms. It says the
That's the
ballroom.
ballroom, so it is inside. Okay,
I've
it's
never
probably
been
going to be
there.
pretty hot. But
I've never been
last year I believe they had like lowriders out in the parking lot, and a whole
Ooh.
bunch of fun stuff. So
Well, that's cool.
yeah, hopefully it'll be that cool again.
I've never-
Lowrider.
don't get us. You can sing. I think you can get us demonetized
Oh,
if we are ever monetized. So
okay.
this goes back, so you can't sing. Sorry,
Sorry, Kim. Sorry, Larry.
you can get me in trouble. Thanks a
Yeah.
lot, Chaz. Yeah, no, it looks like a lot of fun, and I love tacos. Tacos are my favorite. Are there gonna be tacos? Do you know if there's food?
I think there are some food trucks.
Was there food last year?
I believe so. I didn't actually go. I just saw pictures.
Is it free?
It is free. You have
Nice.
to pay for the food, of course.
Of course.
But, there's a lot of free swag and different things. I think they'll have candy and some different.
I'm excited. I'm gonna go down. I think that'll be fun. I'll just go as an attendee. So 2:30 to 5:30 sounds good. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the community, a lot of fun things happening, and we're all about encouraging you, the listener or watcher, to get out there in the community. It's really important. There's how simple it is to just go for a walk, how much that helps your mental well-being, to just go for a walk, be around other people. I know for me, there are times where I need to sit in my office or sit at my home and just get whatever job done, right? Whatever I need to get done, get it done, right? But there sometimes, and I've shared this on here, sometimes I'll go to Coffee Comics or a coffee shop and sit there and do whatever paper or report I have to do there, just because it's nice to be around other people. It's nice to be around humans. And a lot of times if you're around at a coffee shop long enough, you see people and you get to know people, or you see people that you already know in your community. So that happens a lot.
Yeah.
When I go out to coffee shops, and anyone at all can have that community feeling, that community aspect. We really can. And I think we lose that when we get so obsessed with social media and the other pieces. I mean, one of my favorite things to do is listen to a podcast and go for a walk. I love just putting a podcast, something I like listening to, just going for a walk. And because it gets your endorphins running, It gets your muscles moving, right? And it helps you feel a little bit better about life. It really does. Seeing nature, getting to know people, those kinds of things. So do you know what Nika and I did this year for our Halloween setup in our front yard?
Pirates of the Caribbean. Let me guess.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Oh.
Yes, Pirates of the Caribbean. Did I tell you? I did tell you. I told them already.
Captain Jack Sparrow. That was a horrible, horrible attempt. Oh,
Savvy.
Savvy.
That was pretty bad.
Hello, Poppy.
That wasn't bad. There you
Keep your
go.
day job, Chaz.
Oh. Jeez, look at that. He got right in there. He got right in there. This
Man.
guy's just feeling comfortable.
Meetings around here for a special announcement someday possibly is going to get really interesting.
It's gonna get real interesting. So we're just excited for all the stuff happening in the community, and we just always want to say thank you for coming alongside what we're already doing at Good Shepherd's Close Closet, at Circle of Life Community Hospice, for the Chaplain Corps, everything that we as people just sitting here are involved in, because there's 3 different people here, and we're involved in a lot of different things, and it all involves support from the community. It all involves, hey, people coming around these organizations and making a difference. So I want to thank both of you for being here. And Chaz, thank you for putting up with me week after week. We're on episode 9.
It's actually my honor. I think it's really exciting. I've had a lot of great feedback, and just being able to talk about resources and events and laugh at each other, it's been really good.
Did you think we were going to make it to episode 9?
I wasn't sure. I thought maybe you might give up after 3 or 4. You finally got the equipment working after the first one.
Oh, that was rough, man. That first one. Oof, for any of the listeners. So we're at that time now where we're going to be talking about the community resource. Our community resource this week is Compassion Dental. So we've invited the chair of the board here of Compassion Dental to tell us all about the organization and how we can help as a community to come around what you're already doing.
Well, thanks, Dave. Thanks for having me on. I got involved with Compassion Dental approximately 3 years ago, and I was introduced to a gentleman that was the director of Compassion Dental, and he started telling me about the fact that there's over 80,000 people that do not have any dental or access to dental care in northern Nevada. That's just northern Nevada. That's not talking about Vegas and south of here.
Oh, wow.
And the problem is that there is no one providing dental health programs for the needy and the uninsured. And so what Compassion Dental was formed to do about 10 years ago was to start treating people on a free basis, those that are hurting, those that just cannot get any insurance, they're below the poverty line, and they just don't know where to turn.
Wow.
You would think, at first you'd think, well, just go to the hospital if you have an emergency. Well, you cannot, the hospitals cannot treat anyone for any dental issues.
No.
And if you look around, there are emergency health clinics on every corner in Reno. You can't go very far at all without running across one. There are no dental health care facilities in the country, not let alone in Reno. So we try to treat as many people as we can. This year we have been very, very fortunate to have raised enough money that we've been able to do some sessions where we've been able to help over 170 people who are been waiting a long time to get help. And we have volunteer dentists, and we have dental assistants, and we have hygienists and people in the staff to help them along and to pray with them and to just hold their hand while they're going through this, because most of the people have a serious dental issues.
And it's scary. The anxiety of what's going to happen, the pain that they're going to be in. So I liked what you said, hold their hand. I know I had a few hospice patients where I literally held their hand while they had a tooth removed so they can actually eat the last month of their life and enjoy that. And it's very scary for those people that have avoided dental care or haven't had the luxury of that. It can be very scary. They don't know what to expect. And So yeah, that's a great service.
Yeah, I've listened to conversations of people calling in wanting to know if they can get help or not, and unfortunately, we've had up to 500 people on our waiting list, and these people mostly have been in pain for a long time, and that anxiety, sometimes I get concerned about just how desperate these people are going to be to relieve the pain that they're in. And so we are trying to do our part to help as many people as we possibly can. But of course, it takes funding. For every session that we have, it runs between $9,000 and $10,000
Wow.
to treat about anywhere from 13 to 17 people in a session. Because the costs of supplies, the costs of the insurance, the medical malpractice, all of that. It's just a high overhead.
And, I just want to say a bold statement. Not all, but there is a good portion of people that are self-medicating because of bad dental pain, that develop addictions. We look at some of the highest suicide rates and the different things we're combating for suicide. That is a contributor to those rates. And so what you're doing, in my opinion, does save lives.
Well, I like to think so, and thank you for saying that, Chaz. I just really, my heart goes out to these people after listening on the phone day after day and listening to them call in and tell their story and when can I get help, and it just breaks my heart when I have to tell them I need to put you on a waiting list, and they say, well, how long's the waiting list? And I say 500. And they just, you can just feel their heart sinking, saying, will I ever be able to get that dental health
So,
that I need?
sorry to interject. What can the community do to help solve that? What is something? Because that's a long list. Is there anything that we, as just regular Joe Schmo, can do to help solve the issue of that wait list?
I think there's a couple of things that people can do. If they have any kind of relationship with their legislators, if they can contact them and say, hey, this is a serious issue, and this organization is trying to help and we need that help. A lot of people know dentists that might be willing to give up some of their time.
That was one of the questions
Yeah.
I had.
we talk to dentists.
Dentists can give some of their time at your practice to be able to do like pro bono work.
Well, actually, what we ask the dentist to do is to do pro bono work in their offices because they're already set up to do that. And we've partnered with about 20 different dentists in their area that already give part of their time. And of course, the issue with the dentists is they're just coming out of COVID, where their dental practices were really slammed because of that. And now they're trying to build back up their businesses.
Sure.
Plus, people put off doing dental work while COVID was going on. And so now they're just flooding the dentist's office. And so to ask them to say, hey, can you take this patient on for nothing? And they have serious dental issues. It may take months to, get through all of that. But there are several very giving dentists in this area that are willing to do that.
Wow.
I want to give a shout out to my dentist, Dr. Atencio. I had one of the hospice patients that needed to have a big tooth removed. He did it for no charge and did it immediately, so that that person died a few days later. So they were able to go home and have some peace and comfort and dignity. Because even in hospice, dental's not covered. Even in those situations, I mean, there's nothing. You're right, and that's one of the things I wanted to point out to our viewers is that you have organizations at this table that are one of a kind. So you have the Hospice House. There's no other hospice house in our area. You have Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. There's no other organization or nonprofit that gives $70,000 worth of thrift store pricing clothes away to the community every single month at no cost. You have Compassion Dental that provides that care that nobody else does. And so it's really important to support organizations like that. They're one of a kind. and we have to, because that's all there is. What happens if you go under?
Well, that's the problem with our funding that we've had, that we struggled with. And the other thing people can do, they may say, well, I really can't, do much. Well, if you go to compassiondental.org and you pull down contributions, you can contribute through PayPal or through Stripe, and you can do a monthly contribution, even if it's $10. That money will go a long way, because we use 100% of all the donations. None of it goes to anywhere else other than to treating patients. So if you want to help, that is one of the ways that you can help us to continue. Right now, we've got funding to help through patients through the month of November. This golf tournament is one of the ways that we're going to be able to fund more into the new year.
Yeah.
And go from there. So,
So go hit some golf balls, guys. Come on.
So yeah, seriously, and I mean I think that's great, because I know for us at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, when we're doing fundraisers and stuff. I mean, without our 620 program, we wouldn't be open right now. I do know that. Having those individuals that donate to us every
Which
single
says
month.
the people that are doing just a little bit a month can make the difference.
Truly can.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What
And
you're
that's,
saying.
I think that you're absolutely right. That $10 a month. And I think it's the key is finding that cause that you believe in, that you want to get behind. And as an individual listening or watching, you have to choose, like, do you want to decide, I don't want to help my community? Or do you want to decide, I want to get behind an organization I believe in? And there's nothing wrong with supporting some of the larger organizations. Absolutely. There are some large organizations that are making huge impact in the community. But if you really want to make an impact in your local community,
yeah, absolutely.
going after those local nonprofits and figuring out how you can help them is huge. Because I know for me, when we started, and we didn't know. We were in that same spot. We're like, we don't know. Are we going to be open? And I mean, we're still in need, absolutely. But because the community came together and individuals just believed in the cause, that's all it was.
Well, I think it's just getting the word out too, right? Because I briefly heard about your resources, but I didn't know all that I've learned today.
Absolutely.
And so that's part of what we're doing on this podcast, is to
Chaz and I
educate
are like,
the community, really.
and educate us too.
Yeah,
I mean, we bring people on and we're like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
You did what?
Well, it's like we partner with Catholic Charities. I never knew that they would pay to have your ID made one time. Like those, it's crazy. There are some great resources out there, and we just need to be aware of them.
It's like what Christopher Dare said when he was on the podcast. Like, we have everything we need in this community to solve the issues.
If people would work together.
If people would work together. Crazy thought. Hey, let's work together. What? And I hear this all the time. I was speaking to someone the other day, and they were saying, "Oh yeah, I believe you. We do need to work together." And then we have that conversation of working together and how it will solve the community, and then they won't email me back about a question I had, or they won't. And so it's everyone wants to work together, but it's that step of communication and actually making that thing happen, right? It's that next step. And I get it. We're all busy, dude. We're all busy. I'm busy. I stay pretty busy, and I love doing what I'm doing, but definitely stay busy. Chaz, you're very busy. Mark, you're pretty busy too. You were telling me some of the stuff you're doing. You're a busy guy.
Retired guy, that's for sure.
Yeah, now I don't know when I'd have time to work.
So, but it's that, and it's awkward and it's hard to just respond to an email sometimes. It's awkward. It's hard just to check on someone with a text. It's awkward and hard just to have those simple communication. Like, yeah, it's kind of inconvenient to say, hey, let's go to coffee. It's kind of inconvenient. Our friends tend to be those people that we just are around organically. That's who becomes our friends a lot of times. It's really hard to reach out beyond your regular friend group. It really is. Yeah. And I, if you're listening, I'd encourage you to do that. make new friends. I know that's a scary, weird concept. People say sometimes, "Oh, I just like my circle." I just like
and
the
just
people
check on people. Like you're saying, it's connectivity. We had another teen suicide this past weekend, and I will just go ahead and say that on there. And, we're working very hard as Northern Nevada with the school district and these different organizations like Children's Cabinet, Solace Tree, Forever 14. But that's the common thread at the town hall, which you went to.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That was really important. At 40 South. I always say South 40.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I think
there
it is
is.
South 40.
South 40, 40 South. That place out there, that's awesome.
South 40, dude.
But the common thread was connectivity and just communicating about the resources
Yeah.
together and coming together.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so same
yeah.
thing, and I just want to give a shout out. If you're struggling with just in a mental health crisis, please call 988. There's people that want to talk to you and provide some resources. But yeah, we can do better. And I'm excited that we're starting to get organizations together and being able to talk about and learn about new things. So that's exciting.
Connectivity, talking with each other. It's ridiculous because we are the most connected as humans have ever been in history.
Yeah.
Ever.
But we can feel so far apart, though.
But it's also the time in history where statistically people are feeling the most lonely than they've ever felt before, ever. It's because it's really easy just to say, hey, let's, I've got this phone. I'm just going to scroll on Reels all day. I'm going to
Watch Netflix all day.
watch it. Right. It's easy to not
Be like Dave, play
connected.
on night AI all day.
Oh, whatever. Oh, my goodness. We won't get into that.
But the moral of the story is like our cheesy tagline, but honestly, be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
Reach out to that person, give that person a smile, have patience with people. You just don't know what battle they're fighting.
Yeah, you don't know what that person's
Don't know if
going
they're
through.
in pain with a tooth that's broken, which is a horrible pain. So
Yeah, how can we be a part of that? How can we come together and not just say, I'm the only person that matters? It's really hard. It's really hard to decide I'm not the only person that matters here. It's really hard. You have to really think through and decide, oh, Chaz matters today.
well, thank you, Dave.
Chaz called me. Oh, I'm not going to call him back, right? Or I could choose to call him back.
He actually didn't.
I know. I'm
Glad you brought that up, by the way. No, I'm just kidding.
Intervention.
Oh,
This is the third intervention we've had on this podcast about me.
should I tell him how we met? No, just kidding.
Oh my goodness.
I did want to add one more thing,
Please.
if I could. Sometimes people go, well, are you just going to continue to help as many people as you can? Yes, we are. But our long-term goal, and hopefully within the year we're going to be able to get it set up, is to set up a separate organization where we'll have set up the first urgent care dental health clinic in the country.
That's incredible.
And we'll have it right here in Reno, where people will be able to come, and if they don't have any money, doesn't matter. If they're on Medicaid, Medicaid will bill Medicaid for it. If it's on Medicare, we'll bill Medicare for it. Or if they can want to pay just a little bit, that's fine. Whatever we can do, that's our long-term goal, so that we can really fight this dental healthcare crisis that's here in Northern Nevada.
That's brilliant. Wow.
Well, Mark, you gain an ally in me. I want you to know I'm going to be working with you guys closely on this because I'm really passionate about what you're saying.
Oh, thank
So I
you.
look forward to partnering together and finding how we can do some creative things, out of the box things to get you guys some more funding.
Yeah.
And thank you.
That's great. And thank you again for the Hole to Golf tournament, and thank you for being here. If you're interested on how to get involved with Compassion Dental, please visit
CompassionDental.org.
Perfect. Compassion
Everything
Dental.
about donating, everything about who we are, everything is on that webpage.
I was like, when I typed in episode 9 community cares, I was like, oh, did I spell compassion right? Thank goodness for autocorrect. Thank goodness. Every time, click, done. Does that mean I'm not compassionate? Maybe.
My wheels are turning. I'm sorry. I was just thinking, wow.
I set you up, man. I set you up for that one. Nothing.
Well, what you're talking about, That would be so cool to have in Northern Nevada,
That'd
the
be so
first in the
cool.
country, and it's doable.
So cool.
It's
doable.
actually doable.
It is very doable.
It would take some coordination, but it's doable.
We have the vision, and we're starting to put the pieces in place. But of course, the ultimate thing has got to be the funding.
I saw
That's
that
what's
look.
gonna make it
That
work.
side eye. Wheels are turning. I know that look. And so, if you want to find out more, please support what they're doing in the community. They're doing a lot of good.
Yeah.
If you want to find out more about Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet and what we do here, please visit getclothes.org or gsccreno.org. We help a lot of people. We give away over $70,000 worth of clothing every single month. We always are running our 600 at 20 campaign. That is a huge campaign, which actually you're a part of, Mark. Thank
Yes.
you for being a part of
You're
that.
certainly welcome.
He just broke
Glad to be part of
confidentiality.
it.
He was anonymous.
Oh, he was anonymous.
No, just kidding.
He,
Dave always gets in trouble on these podcasts.
I do. Why am I doing a
just teased
podcast with
you.
a board member? Is that wise of me?
You're a board member too,
Oh,
so I don't want to hear it.
I'll lower my chair again, like I said last episode.
Gosh, no, I don't.
So we help over 700 people that walk through our doors every single month, and we give away a lot of clothing to those in need. We have some big announcements coming up. A micro closet expansion project that we'll tell you guys more about soon. But we're looking to help even more people. The community has really been coming alongside what we've been doing. We have a good amount of donations, people that really believe in our cause, clothing wise, and everything else. So it's been awesome to see and be a part of. It's been really, really beautiful, really beautiful. And so if you want to find out more, you can go to our website. And if you want to sign up for the 600 at 20 program, which we encourage anyone and everyone to be a part of, because we're giving away a lot of clothing. $70,000 worth of clothing goes out every single month. So, and that's a low guesstimate. The real numbers probably much higher than that if you actually look at some of the products and what we're actually pushing out, and also comparing that to thrift store prices. So the number's pretty high, and it's awesome to be a part of. I'm sorry.
It's part of volunteering here. I've come to learn that this community is about giving.
Yeah, we have a very giving community.
I do the intakes for the people contributing their clothing and their items that they bring in, and they're always with a smile. They're just coming in saying, "How can I help here? I want to give this to you so that you can help somebody else that's in need." And that's such a great feeling to be answering that door and seeing that smile every time I'm here.
You know, and it was so funny when I got to know you. You just wanted to volunteer. I thought, oh, that's great. And we just, you didn't even mention you were the chair of the board of Compassion Dental. I knew about Compassion Dental, but you were just a faithful servant, just hanging out and helping people. Great with other volunteers. Great with the people. And I'm like, there's something more about this guy. And then we started talking more, and I'm like, you're the chair of what? What now? So thank you just for your humble spirit and just being a servant to the community. Really means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to Parker at Compassion Dental. So you're an awesome guy.
The different faith communities out there as well. I mean, these are two great organizations to give to, even if it's $20 a month, to Compassion Dental and the Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. And that's something that really goes directly to impacting the community. Any kind of faith, regardless of which faith you are, that's a great way to give back. And I just encourage everybody to rally around these organizations.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We went over a little bit, so we appreciate you still listening and being a part of what we're doing. We help 700 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you to come alongside and help one. We'll see you next week, guys.
All right. See you
Bye
guys
now.
later. Bye. Take care.